everybody, it is Kira and we are back with another Beyond the Eyes tarot reading. So as I was setting up for this video, I already started channeling. And I mean, I'm still trying to figure out how I want this whole thing to go. So I just felt like I wanted to start with a bit of an intro at least or something, but this reading has other plans in mind for us. So, just as I was getting started for this video, I was getting hit with so many different messages, and I really should have been writing them down as I was going, but I was like doing everything else, and I was like, oh, I'll just remember that for the reading. Stupid me, I remembered one word, and that is authenticity. Authenticity. Another word, nothing left to prove. Nothing left to prove. That could resonate for someone. It's like nothing to lose. There's a whole lot of nothing. And I don't want to get it confused with this whole like lack mindset that a lot of people tell you not to go into, not to think about, not to base your focus around. But it's lacking as in like there's nothing else that could possibly be holding you back, because I don't know what has happened, but for me a lot of stuff has been cleared out of the way to a point where like this is me, this is my own show now. So it's like, okay, now the pressure's on, because it's like, now I really need to do something with it. And it's not like you shouldn't feel pressure about having to do something with your time, because it's like, yeah, you're given free time, but what if this is like the first break that you've gotten in a good bit? So yeah, use this time for rest if you need to. Use this time for recuperation. But it's also like, you may have been brought to a point where you were like taken to the bottom, or one of the bottoms. I'm sure the people that come to my reading, I'm sure that my viewers have had a lot of bottoms that they have gone through. Because I'm manifesting the people who are aligned with me in my own journey, so that we can better understand each other here, and so that maybe I can offer you a point that no other tarot reader has offered. So I'm manifesting that the people aligned with me are being drawn in. I'm like, that I haven't seen anyone who has been on my path, so I'm trying to like call those people in, like, okay, let's tether this instead of having to look in all 40 directions. It's like, okay, how about we make a new group then? Anyways, so I feel like my viewers have had many bottoms, have had many pitfalls. They've been tested over and over and over again, and they've been tested over and over again because a common theme would be like listening to other people over your own voice, over your own discernment. Because it's like, no, you knew best when it came down to making some sort of decision. You knew best, and you're getting better at that too, and it's getting easier and easier to discern what's your opinion and what is someone else's. And I feel like that's because like my viewers have been raised on this mindset of like people pleasing. And I mean people pleasing as in like, maybe you had really strict parents, or maybe there was this expectation that you needed to measure up to. So it's like, when you didn't measure up to that expectation, all hell would break loose, and it would be like, I don't know if I can curse on this. I'm not monetized or anything yet. Like, I have maybe 4 subscribers, so like, shit. Shit. So, I think that people have had lots of shit come towards them. I feel like they've gotten a lot of shit anytime that they don't listen to themselves. And I think that they've gotten a lot of shit anytime. It's like stuff just hasn't been going right because you haven't been living your life. So then there's this big question as to like, what life do I want to live? Whose life am I living? It's my life. If it's my life, what kind of life do I want to live? And so now we're reprogramming this. As in, like, it's just a lot of reprogramming of the mind. That's been the basic, like, theme of this entire month, especially with all of these, there was, like, the Taurus full moon, eclipse, blood moon, astronomical placements that have all just kind of been skewing, but they've been projecting our own mindsets to grow even further and to expand, because it has been, the collective has been taken out of their comfort zone over and over and over and over again, and that's just growing. That's just what life is, right? Especially this month, it's been like, you're comfy? Nope. Gonna throw you out to the wolves again. You just got, like, warm again? Okay, we're gonna make you frigid. Just because you need to be able to survive. Like, this is you. This is your life. And maybe some people haven't been shown the tough love that others have, but kudos to them. Maybe they've already gone through that, but we're not gonna sell other people's experiences short just because we haven't had our challenges of our own. So I come from a position where I like to believe that everybody has had their own trials, own tribulations, own revelations in their own lives. And it just becomes a problem when someone believes that they have gone through more, or that they are currently going through more than somebody else. And I feel like maybe this collective that I'm reading for right now has had that recognition taken away from them. As in, you don't look like you're struggling. You don't look like you're going through it. So I'm going to need you to pick up more weight for me so that we can even this out, or so that it's just like being knocked off of your podium over and over and over again. But it's like you're already struggling so much with trying to keep everything up, and you're doing a really good job at it too. Like, really good job, because everyone around you is looking like, wow, you have something together. You really do, like, look like someone who is balanced, someone who's whole, someone who has their shit together. And maybe that may not be the case, or maybe you feel like confident in who you are. Maybe you feel like you're secure. But it's still like having people undermine like how far you've come, or how much work you've done, or how much work you are doing, or how much you're not showing to the world. Because that's also another theme. It's like, even though I don't look like I'm struggling, even though I look like I have all my stuff together, that's only because I'm tough. Like, how do you think we got here in the first place? It's like feelings like that, but okay. So we have Jinxed out here. I think the collective may be taking this as like, oh, I'm cursed, I'm jinxed, I feel like the world is like out to get me, or the world is testing me over and over and over again, and I'm gonna come out on top and on top and on top again. And maybe you've just been losing hope after so many times of like being tried by the universe, and it's like always having to prove always having to prove that you have what it takes to stay here, or that you have what it takes to stay in the position that you're in. And it's like always having to check your shoulder, look around the room, and just feeling hostile, feeling defensive, feeling as if like, okay, if the world is out to get me and the world is testing me over and over and over again, I feel like this is a curse. I feel like this is something that I'm just being put through. This is just why am I being put through so many different trials? And I get that. I really understand that, because it's like, okay, there's a trouble in not falling into that whole not self-sabotaging, not self-criticizing, feeling sorry for yourself. And there's a struggle in not getting to that point after being tested over and over and over again. And it's like every time you get knocked down, you have to get back up. And you have to get back. Sure, you can complain like, oh, I feel bruised. Oh, that hurt. I just need a second to get back up. But then it's not giving. It's like if you have a hater and that hater is watching you walk and they're praying for you to trip, and they're like, I just hope that bitch trips over herself. That's like really, it's just an example, okay? But, okay, so they're like praying on your downfall, right? And then you trip. And then you're like, what the hell? That was uncalled for. Why did I just trip? Let me get back up. And then you're like checking over yourself like, I thought I was protected, angels. Excuse me? What happened? But it's more like, just know that you can fall with grace and get back up with grace. And then, so if you got back up, dusted yourself off, maybe that opens up an opportunity for someone else to come up to you and be like, oh, that looked like it hurt. Are you okay? Or, hey, let's take some time to talk about that. Or it just opens up more opportunities. It's like anything in your life that disrupts your current state of comfort, see it as an opportunity rather than like someone's out to get you. Because chances are someone probably is out to get you. So what I'm saying is, even if someone is out to get you, that shouldn't be your main focus. Your main focus should be getting back up with grace. Getting back up with grace and seeing everything that is brought to you as an opportunity and being thankful for these opportunities instead of feeling sorry for yourself, instead of pitying and being like, I tripped, that ruined the entirety of my day. Maybe sometimes the stuff that goes wrong in your day isn't even because of you. You know, like maybe it's just triggered by something else, someone else. So why are you going to let that affect your day if it's not your problem? I don't know, just thinking out loud here. We also have Eye of Horus. I don't feel like zooming that in. Doll, and then travel. So basically, this seems to be, a new mindset, a new opportunity for growth. But growth as in like, any self-limiting beliefs have been relieved. So then maybe it's opened up with this sense of unease, this sense that you keep needing like reassurance. I believe that I'm strong, but I can't see what my strength does for me. Maybe. Okay, right, but we have the Magician in reverse, the Nine of Wands in reverse, and the Page of Swords in reverse. So this is all explaining the little situation we got going on. The little hiccup, we'll say. Illusions, being defensive, and not being able to move forward and not seeing something. What are they not seeing? Oh, shit. Ooh, okay. So there's this thing that is in the back of your mind. And this thing has made you question your self-worth. Maybe left you out in the cold. Maybe left you with false promises. Maybe left you with uncertainty. But then it was looking very promising, but then someone went astray because they gave into temptation, into vices. So because I fell into temptation, this caused a little hiccup, a little pattern. The pattern was interrupted. And by pattern, I mean like habitualism, like doing something over and over and over again. And that is to be like productive for your own self. That's like self-motivation. That's what you may be working on, or what someone has been working on very hard. It's like on the come up, trying to get yourself up. So you're trying to get yourself up, but there was a little hiccup because someone fell into temptation. I don't know whose side this is on, but someone caved in. King of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like this was a man who caved in. This was a man who caved in that promised happiness, that promised celebration, that promised whatever they promised. It's false. It was false. Or I don't like this energy. Okay. I'm really trying to like be unbiased, but this is reminding me of like a little thing that I just recently got out of. Anyways, the story here. Someone caved into temptation, which left a little bruise. Not a scar, a bruise that you'll be healing from. That it's very painful at first while it's healing, but then the more time goes on, the less and less you feel it. And then one day you look back and you're like, this bruise is gone. Wow. So, okay, but what was caused because of this bruise that happened? I think it's because of a cheating masculine, but let me not be biased. That it caused a missed opportunity between the both of you. So choose strength. But what caused this? I'm like, let me maintain my train of thought here. What caused this, or a little hiccup, it's a little collateral damage with the bruise going on, is the illusion that you have to prove something. Wow. Wait. Nothing left to prove. So, okay, right. So we have this whole nothing left to prove from the beginning of the read. I think that this person affected your ego, as in like your own self-worth, which is what we were talking about. They affected your self-worth, having you question yourself, having you doubt yourself. And it's like you couldn't see your own self-worth. But I feel like now that this person has been, it's like it came to light, or it will come to light, that what they have done, it will come to light what they have done. The truth, okay, no matter what, the truth will always catch up to you, okay? So it's catching up that, like, they were coming out of this defensive energy because they were trying to hide something here, but it left you feeling like a little bit out in the cold, or a little like you knew something was up. So this person may have been getting defensive because you know something's up, and because they know that you know that something's up. So because they're defensive, they were trying to almost pivot that back on you. pivot that back on you and making you believe, which was an illusion, right? Because we have the Magician in reverse. It's an illusion that you are the one that is the problem. And maybe you have your own problems, but no one's perfect, and no one ever promises that they are going to be perfect. And if you do promise that you are going to be perfect, maybe reconsider before getting into something. Oh, they're watching. Oh, they're watching. Yep, okay. I'm gonna say that doesn't apply to me, just for my own sanity. They may have been making you, or it's like a whole he said, she said type of thing, and then it was like, okay, well, what's the story? Give it to me straight. They made you believe, it's like gaslighting in a way. They made you believe that you were the problem when they were the ones covering up a problem that they didn't want to tell you, and they didn't, and because of this, you felt left out of the cold, because you're like, what is going on? I know something's going on, but then it's like making you feel crazy because they're gaslighting you, because they're like, nothing's going on. Heard it all before, let me just say. And then you have the Hermit in reverse. So it's like, it almost like pushed you into seclusion, but you didn't want to be in seclusion. So you're like, why am I in this energy? Because this isn't my energy. I'm not the one. I feel like in good spirits. So why am I not in good spirits? Why do I feel like I want to hide myself away? King of Cups in reverse. With the King of Pentacles in reverse. With the Emperor in reverse. Oh yeah, the Emperor is also on the board, by the way. Scandal. A scandal has been going on. I don't know what the scandal is. It's like cheating, lying, an emotional void. Someone's not giving emotionally, or they're giving too much emotionally. I don't know. I feel like it's like giving emotionally to like many different sources, so they can't really give emotionally to you, and that's why you feel like this thing is off. The Lovers in reverse. Who is surprised? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm really sorry about this, but we have the Lovers in reverse. So that may have been the outcome. And we have the Page of Pentacles again. So this Emperor in reverse. This Emperor in reverse is watching. I feel like watching about like what your next move is going to be. Because maybe you already found this thing out, or you will soon find this out. I don't know. This also feels like futuristic energy to some people who are watching. So I feel like I need to just two streets, okay? This person may be watching what you're gonna do, or watching if you're onto them or not. And if you're not showing any signs about you're onto them, it's gonna catch up to them. I feel like they're gonna eat themselves. That's a weird expression. I feel like they're gonna be consumed by their own lie. On the ground. Okay. King of Wands upright. Okay, so what were we talking about? They're gonna be consumed. I feel like this is just overthinking, and overthinking in a way that's like either you have another masculine like coming in, and they know this, and they know that you have other people lined up because you're so desirable that it's like. But this is also, like, egotistical, so I don't even think that they're, like, concerned about another man coming in to pick you up, because they're, like, little macho man over here. But, King of Wands. Maybe they were thinking with their wand? watching. I feel like about watching about like what your next move is going to be, because maybe you already found this thing out, or you will soon find this out. I don't know. This also feels like futuristic energy to some people who are watching. So I feel like I need to just two streets, okay? This person may be watching what you're gonna do, or watching if you're onto them or not. And if you're not showing any signs about you're onto them, it's gonna catch up to them. I feel like they're gonna eat themselves. That's a weird expression. I feel like they're gonna be consumed by their own lie. On the ground. Okay. King of Wands upright. Okay, so what were we talking about? They're gonna be consumed. I feel like this is just overthinking, and overthinking in a way that's like either you have another masculine like coming in and they know this, and they know that you have other people lined up because you're so desirable that it's like. But this is also like egotistical, so I don't even think that they're like concerned about another man coming in to pick you up, because they're like, well, macho man over here. But King of Wands, maybe they were thinking with their wand. Or they're looking for another opportunity in, because maybe you were the one that left them out in the cold after figuring this out. Either way, they're consumed with guilt. They're consumed with guilt. 9 of Swords in reverse. About how they gave the wrong cup out. Or to the wrong person. Or I don't know. Something like that. But anyways, let's get back to you here. On the ground again. We have the 4 of Cups. Alright, so you are at a point. You're at a point where you have all these cups. This could kind of go both ways. Like they had these cups. They weren't satisfied with these cups. All they have to do is look around. This is you. Okay. Yeah. So you have all of these cups. Maybe you had to let go of some cups. So because you had to let go of some cups, you're left thinking, oh my god, I only have like these 3 cups left. I only have... Oh! I just looked. This is the Queen of Pentacles that we have out here. But, okay, where I'm gathering this is the 4 of Cups, too. So as we were saying, you had to let go of some cups. You have 3 cups now that you can look at that you're like, okay, I have these 3 cups. They're not really doing much for me. What do I do with these 3 cups in front of me? Like, there's not really much to do. And you know this. But the 4th cup, there is a 4th cup. It's just not in your frame. It's not in your perspective at the moment. This 4th cup is over your shoulder, but you just have to turn around and you're like, oh my god, that's my cup. That's the cup that is going to get me somewhere. That's the cup that's going to bring it all around. And I think that this cup is your financial security. Your financial security. Because we have the Queen of Pentacles. So maybe the previous cups were like, okay, I've done the growth. I've done the journaling. Even if you haven't done journaling, you've done your self-practices of some sort. You've done a lot of self-actualization, which is why you're so level-headed over here. And this person knew that they couldn't get it by you. They couldn't get it through you, so they had to cover it up. And because you're so intuitive, okay? They knew that this was going to catch up somehow, or it did catch up somehow. I don't know if this has already come out yet, or if this hasn't. Something's definitely here. Okay. If you don't know that yet, maybe collect some receipts. I'm not saying do anything with that. I'm just saying collect, like, be suspicious. So now that this is out of the picture, okay, this little, like, I just kind of want to clear the board from this, like, get out of my view, in other words, you know, like, we're done with that. That's over and out. So moving on, you have these cups, right? This other cup that's out of your perspective is going to be your financial security. So this is a good thing. This is like, okay, you lost one thing, you're going to gain another. The universe works like everything that you lose is going to be replaced by something better. Or especially if you make room for that new thing to come in. If you were asking for this could be what you've been asking for, and it's just coming in a way that you didn't really expect. Or that it just seems like a disadvantage at the moment, but it's not going to be a disadvantage long term. I think it was tempting to call it quits with this person. After this person indulged themselves, which stopped the whole emotional fulfillment, right? Because we have the Ace of Cups coming out on its side, which stopped you from getting your financial security. Or the cup, the emotional cup has to be put at a pause in order for you to get your bag. In other words, maybe, like, don't let this turn you cold. Don't let this take you way back to where you once were. But it's kind of lighting a fire under your ass in order for you to get Death card out too. We have the Ace of Wands and the Death card. So it's lighting this fire underneath your ass, like, you know what, I'm not gonna accept that anymore. I'm gonna go after what I want to do. I'm gonna go after my own bag. Because this is my life that we're talking about. It's like work, bitch. Like, you better work. Not like work as in labor, but like maybe that's the whole perspective shift that needs to go on. You don't have to be doing all this work. You don't have to be doing all this labor in order for you to see an outcome. In order for you to see, like, benefits of some sort. 10 of Swords. Exhaustion. We have exhaustion, despair. But I feel like this is after the cycle. So it's still like this Emperor in reverse weighs on your mind. They're kind of sneaky and in the background. But you kind of know that they feel harsh about this. They want the Fool. Confirmation from outside. They want the Fool, the new beginning. They want a new beginning, and they want kind of like a chance to make amends. 8 of Cups. And they want to give you clarity. What more clarity could happen out of this? I'm sorry, but like, didn't I put those cards back in the deck, okay? Like, we were over and out with that. 33:23 on the clock. I gotta wrap this reading up, but if you stuck with me for this long, we have a very interesting story playing out where it's like rags to riches coming to mind. Rags to riches. So maybe you feel like you don't have a lot going for you right now, but it's like as long as you do something that's better than nothing. And if you do something that's going to get returned back to you tenfold. And if you keep believing that this investment that you keep investing in is going to keep getting returned to you. And it's like slow progress. It's like the progress of whatever this is going to be like a big gap. And then you do it again. And then that gap's going to get smaller. And then you're going to see some return. and then you're still gonna have to push, and you're like, I'm not really seeing much out of this, but I'm seeing something. It's definitely something, which is more than anything has been so far. And then that gap, you're gonna do it again, and that gap is gonna get even smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and then you're gonna be like, there's my return. Here is my return on my investment that I've been investing in for so long, and I've had off and on faith with it. But that gap, that faith has been getting more and more fine. Whatever this is, it's like pinpointed, accurate. Right. 9 of Pentacles. You're really gonna get everything that you've been working for. So it's like you go from the 7 of Pentacles to the 8 of Pentacles, and 8 of Pentacles is still investing, still being like, okay, I know I'm gonna be getting something out of this. It's just I don't see it, but you know it's around the corner. But it's whether you're gonna keep working at it or not. And you may have a lack of hope, but keep that faith. Keep that faith strong. Have faith in yourself. If anything, have faith in yourself, because again, what we were talking about is like you can't be self-pitying, because if you're down, and no one's gonna get you up for you. So it's like you better pick yourself back up and work like you still have something to prove to yourself, if not anyone else. Because especially with this little situation over here, it's like everyone else has been taken out of the picture, so what do you have to bring to the table? What do you have? And that may sound really daunting, but you definitely have something to bring to the table. You have a lot of things to bring to the table that has been robbed from you. But these people have been like slowly been taken out of your life. So now it's like you have this to hold on to again. And maybe you're still not getting the recognition, but it's not getting stolen from you, which is the difference, because it's like, okay, you have it now. You still have it. So you may have a lack of hope going into this new beginning. And you're still may have some grief from the past. And there may still be some self-limiting beliefs. And what I mean by self-limiting, I mean by like, no way I could possibly do that. No way that that's going to be my life. No way that that is my path. But if it feels right to you, it is. And it will be. And everything's going to get so much easier the more you commit to feeling like your path is your own. And making your path your own and no one else's, and living for no one else. It's your path that you're on. So whatever feels good to you, keep on doing it. Keep on investing in it. And that investment is slowly going to be returned to you. It may not be at first, and it may not come around like, I keep wanting to say like the blink of an eye. Like it's not, but just be patient. Be patient. See this through. It may knock you off there's that 8 of Pentacles that we were talking about. It may knock you off of balance. Oh, no. Your path isn't knocking you off balance. No. Your path isn't knocking you off balance. It's this King of Swords that it is. This person was taken out of your life for a reason. But I feel like this is like multiple different people, because we have like so many different masculines. Can we talk about that? We have so many different masculines out on the board. So you're highly sought after. Okay? I don't even know if you swing that way or what, but like, you're highly sought after, and you're highly sought after because you're going after your own path, and you're so ambitious, and you're so authentic. You're like, because everything else has been taken out of your path for you, so it's like, it's just me now. It's just me. And I don't got anything to prove other than proving it to myself that I deserve to be here. It's not even that I deserve. It's just I deserve what I have. And I deserve the life that I want. And because you're going after the life that you want, the life that actually feels good to you, the life that you know that is meant and tethered for you, other people are starting to take notice in it, and other people are starting to be like, wow, who is she? This doesn't have to be like a she that I'm talking about, but because there are so many masculines out on the board, and we have the Queen of Swords, not the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, not the Queen of Wands, Queen of Wands too. There are multiple figures that you are embodying at this moment. It's balancing your masculine and your feminine energy, and it's going forward with your life. And this is after finding a balance. Maybe you were working out of your masculine energy, and this masculine was working out of his feminine, so there was like an unbalance, so which may have caused this person to like go off because they were working out of their feminine energy, and your masculine may have made them feel some sort of insecure, self-conscious, whatever. They were intimidated at the end of the day, and you had almost so much power that it just became draining. Not so there was an imbalance in self, because it's like I no longer feel creative. I no longer feel like I'm in a state of flow. I just feel like I'm supposed to be going after and achieving and succeeding. And that was too much, because it's like, no, let me get things in perspective here. What belongs to me will find me, and I will find the life that has already been like calculated for you. It's already tethered. So you're finding this life is finding you. It's a state of balance, it's a state of flow, balance in masculine and feminine. And you're doing that perfectly, like flying by the seat of your pants right now. You know why? Because you're free. You're free to do so. And if you were given the option to fly by the seat of your pants and just go and run for it and run after the life that you actually want and not the life that anyone's telling you to live, you're gonna take that offer. You're gonna take a leap of faith. It's gonna take a leap of faith, because you're not being told to do it. It's more like, this is what I want, so I'm going after it. And no one's telling me to go after it. In fact, they're telling me not to go after it, and they're telling me to take their advice that's tethered and catered to their lives. But this is my life, and I'm going after my life. So I'm not going to be taking, you're going to be taking advice, you're going to be networking, but that's through your own accord. Not because anyone is telling you to, not because anyone is forcing you to. You're taking your own life into your hands, you're running with it, you're networking with it, you're making connections with it, you're making memories with it, you're learning valuable lessons that you will be taking to your career, through your career, and prospering with that you've learned. Okay. So that was a loaded message. That was 43 minutes of just straight channeling, straight messages, straight relating as well. And I'm calling in the people who align with this message. And I have faith. I have so much faith in the universe that they're gonna bring me like the people who I will click with. Okay? My battery is on 10%, so I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Have a lot of editing to do. Continue working on yourself. I know I am. Continue taking steps. Doesn't have to be big steps. Doesn't have to be large, spiraling, existential steps. One step at a time. And that's all that it's going to take to get you where you need to be. And you already are where you need to be. So just keep taking steps, climbing them stair masters. I don't know if anyone's been going to the gym. Keep doing that. Don't overwork yourself. Okay, remember that in order for muscle to grow, you need to recover first. Okay, maybe someone needs to hear that. 4s are also an important message. For those that are still with me, no, this is a long video. I'm wrapping it up, I promise, but fours tell you to trust the universe, tell you to trust your divine plan, tell you to have, by submitting to the universe, I mean trusting that the universe will do something great for you. And just believe in that with the day.